Yep, good.
Good evening and welcome to the June 16th, 2026 meeting of the Roseland Governing Body. Adequate notice of this meeting is provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, that the date, time, and location of the meeting were included in the annual meeting schedule, posted on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and filed in the office of the Borough Clerk. For those attending tonight's meeting via Zoom, the agenda and any other relevant documents can be found on the Borough's website, attached to the meeting notice posted in the news and announcement section. During the meeting, announcement made prior to the two public comment periods. Anyone wishing to make a public comment via computer will be instructed to use the raise your hand icon, and anyone wishing to make a public comment via telephone will be instructed to dial *9 at the appropriate time. For those in attendance in person or remotely, please just provide your name and address when selected. If you are eligible for Daniel's Law, please just announce your name. Ms. Kennedy, please call the roll.
Mayor Spango.
Present.
Mr. Barty.
Here.
Mr. Braun.
Here.
Mrs. Parati.
Here.
Mr. Schroeder.
Here.
Mrs. Tolley.
Here.
Mr. Trillo.
Here.
Please rise to the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First on our agenda, we have Resolution 203-2026. Motion for the governing body for a vote to appoint Austin Cantone as patrol officer of the Roseland Police Department. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. If the police department could please come in. Austin, come up, please. It's a great time when we get to put more police officers in the field to keep our residents safe. Austin comes to us with a wealth of experience, and I know he's kind of been through this before, but I know I sound like a broken record, but I'll say it today like I say it every other time. The ladies and gentlemen standing up here will support you while you're on the job. The people sitting out there will support you when you're off the job. They are just as important as them and vice versa. Your mental health is very important. Take it from someone who's in law enforcement who lost multiple friends because they didn't have good mental health and didn't have that support. It's a balance. It's a work-life balance, and it's very important to get support from both sides. We congratulate you, we welcome you, we wish you the best of luck, and we wish that you keep our residents safe, and then you go home safe every night to your family. Tonight, holding the Bible will be Austin's mom, and presenting him with his badge will be Austin's dad. Repeat after me. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. And I state your name. Do further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of police patrolman according to the best of my ability, and that I will not use my office to grant preferential treatment, nor to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage not available to the general public, so help me God.
That part's true.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Austin. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Austin.
Hey, guys.
Congratulations to Austin and his family. Austin, you're joining a very young and evolving police department. 19 of the 28 have been hired in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
So you're part of something great.
For sure. I know. Yeah. Smart move already.
Next on our agenda will be our first round of public comment. Any member of the public that wishes to speak, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Sure.
What you're receiving is a copy of the declaration that Roxbury recently passed around their detention center. Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Millspaw. I've been living in Roseland for 19 years. My family has been in the town for more than 100 years. My grandfather helped build the city hall across the street as well, the Leonards. In many ways, I wish I really wasn't here tonight. Public speaking is not my forte. I am a consummate introvert and would prefer to be at home in my backyard with a beer watching the birds go to sleep. But, like all of us, I have a job, I have family responsibilities, and it can be easy to simply ignore things that I don't see with my own eyes. In other ways, though, rising today is also the easiest decision I've ever made in my life. The actions of the organization known as ICE under this administration are so blatantly wrong, so beyond what you would expect from even a third world country, let alone the country that strives to stand for something more than just a patch of ground. We've all seen the videos of masked men tackling brown people, unarmed landscapers and healthcare workers for paperwork violations. No warrants, no due process, no phone call. These are all the actions of a rogue military force, not a police force operating under the Constitution. I look around my community today and I see no evidence to justify these actions. We are not a community invaded. We are, more so now than in the entire 19 years that I've lived here, a community that celebrates together, that mourns together, and lifts each other up. You don't need to go any further than these council meetings to see that in action. Look at the next generation we are raising in this community. There weren't any kids today. Normally there are kids. It was just a crowd. Look at the next, yeah. The diversity I've seen at these council meetings warms my heart. Look at the actions of this council, which successfully put the strife and division of the recent past behind us to focus on the things we share, the best of us that makes Roseland a community to be proud of. I urge this council, to develop and pass a resolution similar to the one that was passed in our neighbor, Roxbury, New Jersey, where ICE was attempting to turn an Amazon warehouse into a jail. The actions of this organization are a blatant disrespect for the community we're trying to build here. One where anyone who is willing to work hard and share in both the joys and sorrows of our community is welcome. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Peter Siegel. I live in West Orange. I work in Montclair, and I'm a a relative newcomer to this community compared to the previous speaker. I've only been here 20 years. Thank you for allowing me to address the council. In my opinion, allowing ICE to establish a presence in this community is a colossal mistake with potentially tragic implications. Unfortunately, ICE now has a demonstrated track record for unconstitutionally and violently trampling the rights of American citizens, legal residents, and aliens in the process of applying for asylum or citizenship. We all saw what happened in Minneapolis with ICE murdering, wounding, and violently arresting American citizens for exercising their First Amendment rights. In the America that I knew up to now, to protest is a right, not a crime. Armed, masked goons patrolling our streets and showing up to courthouses, Home Depots, ethnic restaurants or stores, and other places specifically searching for people to harass, beat up, and arrest based on skin color is reminiscent of Nazi Germany's SS and Gestapo. We don't need people like Greg Bovino showing up in our community decked out as wannabe stormtroopers. In addition, by dressing masked ICE goons in battle-ready attire, the agency encourages agents to understand themselves not as civil servants carrying out administrative law, unlike the fine police officers we saw earlier, but as frontline combatants operating in hostile terrain. That shift in self-conception may help explain the aggressive tactics ICE officers have displayed in Minneapolis and other cities, including now in Newark, where they have used chemical irritants against peaceful demonstrators and thrown gas canisters into crowds. Over time, this produces a self-reinforcing cycle. Militarized dress fosters aggressive posture fuels public fear and possible reaction, and that reaction is then cited as justification for even greater militarization. When a domestic agency dresses for war, it risks acting as if it is at war, even with the public. Clothing alone does not determine conduct, but it can help shape a worldview in which violent confrontation is more likely. We do not want or need an ICE office of, we do not need or want an office of ICE lawyers representing ICE goons carrying out extrajudicial crimes in our community. Despite claims of Christy Nome, Renee Good and Alex Preddy were not domestic terrorists. They were law-abiding protesters who did not deserve to be murdered by poorly trained, heavily armed, and masked goons of the state. Please keep ICE facilities out of Roseland. I will close my comments by quoting a remark by Bruce Springsteen earlier this year. If you believe in the power of law and that no one stands above it, if you stand against heavily armed mass federal troops invading an American city using Gestapo tactics against our fellow citizens, if you believe you don't deserve to be murdered for exercising your American right to protest, then send a message to this president, and as the mayor of Minneapolis said, I should get the F out of Minneapolis, end quote. Paraphrasing Mayor Fry, he's the mayor of Minneapolis, ICE should get the F out of Roseland. Thank you.
Before I start on my tirade, I support you wholeheartedly. I am a first-generation American. My parents were from Europe, and maybe today they would be shipped back to Italy. So anyway, I'm here because I am very, first of all, I've been here 40 years. I moved to Roseland in 1986. I know Michelle for many years. I was very active in the school systems, very active in town. Of course, my children are probably your ages, so I'm not active anymore. Anyway, I received a letter from the city of Roseland. I got it over Memorial Day weekend advising me, which is in fact true, that my sidewalk is not flush and I need to have someone come in and fix my sidewalk, okay? Which I agree wholeheartedly, but the reason my sidewalk is the way it is because of Roseland's trees that were planted in Roseland. I am the second owner of my house. My home was built, I believe, in 1968. And they built, I have a gorgeous tree, but the roots of your tree have shifted my concrete up, okay? And I was told, I spoke to Mr. Willenberg, I called him immediately. Sorry, nothing I can do. You have to fix your sidewalk. And I realized that it's a danger to people walking and it should be fixed, and that's fine. But I think the town should have been, oh, by the way, in the late 90s, again, you were probably children, okay? In the late 90s, ABC News was in town. And they came and they interviewed us because, and they happened to come to my home. They wanted to interview me, but my husband was interviewed because we are Tree City, okay? Are we still Tree City? We are Tree City, and they knew in the late 90s that these trees were causing destruction to the sidewalk. My husband was on TV, okay? What has the town done since then? Why wasn't an arborist called in to check out what was going on with the town? It wasn't. And now, since the late 90s, 30 years ago, now not just me, many people in my area are told we have to fix our sidewalk at our cost, and I'm fine to do that, okay? I don't think that's right. I don't think the town has worried about its people. I pay taxes. I mean, why wasn't anyone checking this out after all these years? And now all of a sudden, everybody has to get their sidewalks fixed. And also, I called Mr. Willenberg because by profession, I'm a social worker. This is a time of inflation. People are worried about feeding their family, putting gas in their cars to go to work. Maybe people don't have this kind of money. I was told that, and I'm not asking for the money, I'm not applying for it, that the town has a fund for people who are unable to pay for this. I don't know, I didn't hear anything. But I also feel, why wasn't that written in a letter to the people who received this? Why weren't they advised that if they did not have money, or they did not have an extra $2,500 to fix their sidewalk, that they could have applied for something? Some people are embarrassed to ask for this. This is what I was told, okay? So I just want my feelings to be heard. I am extremely disappointed. As I said, I've been here 40 years, and obviously I won't be here the next 40 years, but I just think that the town was remiss in not following up from the late 90s what was happening in this town. And I have gone around. I happen to have, I was also advised I could ask for the tree to be taken down. The tree is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous tree. It just has tremendous roots. But I could have it taken down at my cost, okay? Also, just to backtrack, in 2024, I was advised that I could have a new water meter. And your people came out, they were going to put the water meter in, the pipe broke, okay? I was told, well, the house is old, so had to get a plumber out, or else they had to shut my water off. I've been in touch with Mr. Pritchett because the water pipe is up, and again, it says that this happened also because the roots of the tree are around my water. Now, I don't want these roots taken out, or I don't want the tree taken out, because I don't know what the heck is gonna happen to my house with my water. But I feel that after all these years, no, everyone ignored this, and now you want it all fixed. And I just have to say my opinion, okay? I know nothing is gonna change. I did get a copy of the ordinance. I wanted to see what the ordinance said. Of course, it had nothing to do with trees, or nothing to do with Roseland trees. It just said, everyone has to take care of their sidewalk. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. But it wasn't my fault. It was the town's fault. And the town was remiss. And I think that should be on record, that the town did nothing, and now you want us to fix up a mess. Okay? So, that's it, okay?
Can you just please, for the record, put your address into the record, please?
52 Monroe Avenue.
Thank you.
I'm the second owner, and I believe I wasn't here, even I was young then. Becker Farm, it was farmland.
We're not as young as you think we are, but thank you.
It was farmland, and I
Love you, Billy.
believe my home was built in 67 or 68, and I am the second owner of the home. I bought it from the original owners. But again, I'm upset because in the 90s, something should have been looked into for this, and it wasn't. And now Roseland wants us, people here, to fix up
Understood.
something.
Understood.
Okay?
Thank you.
Again. And
Thank
by the
you,
way, on
Phyllis.
Tuesday, they're coming to fix my sidewalk, so you could be rest assured it's gonna be fixed.
I have 2 copies of these, so
think you're-
y'all can share. One of them goes to you. Hi, I'm Alexandra Landau, Roseland resident,
What's your address, please, ma'am?
93 Harrison Avenue.
Thank you. We know that, we just have to put it in the record. That's
Yeah.
Thank you.
I spoke about how I felt about the ICE facility 2 meetings ago, and I brought up Rich of Ice Out Roseland's idea for the council to speak with Craig and Oresco management to explain the residents' objections and to offer to help find a new leasee to take over the ICE office space. I don't know if this is just for talking or if this is for asking, answering, but I wanted to ask if this council or any of its members have spoken with Craig or Oresco since then?
I've spoken with Craig multiple times.
Lovely, great, awesome. I also wanted to ask, because the deal with ICE was very opaque, and us residents didn't know about it, how long the lease is for? Is the lease up at the end of this year?
No.
No, it's not.
I believe it's a 2 or 3 year lease. I believe, I'm not positive though.
Okay. And also, I would like to, I know that this has to be done in writing, but at the end of this, I'd like to put in an Oprah request for all municipal records concerning the lease of Oresco to ICE at the 5 Becker Farm, Roseland. Because we want to look over the zoning and occupancy laws and the scrutiny of parking and all that. So what I have out to you guys now is I also read through the Randolph Town Council's resolution, which denied ICE, and I've drafted a resolution for Roseland to do a similar thing. I understand that I can't put in a resolution, but I wanted to give it to you, and I'm going to be here to talk with anybody who wants to work with me on the resolution or tell me what they'd like to do, put in the resolution for next time. Anyway, I drafted a resolution for Roseland to do a similar thing. The main issue raised in this resolution is that ICE has not shown they will follow zone restrictions or regulations in detaining people illegally in office spaces. People have been detained in field offices in Denver, Atlanta, and San Francisco just in the last year. Over 100 people were held overnight in a basement in Denver, in a Denver field office, where they said they will not have detainees. I do understand that Roseland said, this is going to be a legal office, or that Oresco said to Roseland, this will be a legal office. Roseland said, only 40 people, right? Yes, we know, we won't have anybody here. There is no indication that they will do that. They've broken that promise time and time again, and they've done so also while breaking human rights violations, having human rights violations, putting people on the floor of a basement overnight, up to 100 days even. So if that comes out that this is happening in Roseland, it's not going to look good for us, you, anybody. And so I do think that the best course of action is to try to get him to cut the lease short or to stop the renewal of the lease before something like this does happen. They can say that it's going to be 40 lawyers all they want, but we have no way to know that. Also, I did identify another, the municipal land use law that you can use, and I also identified another law that's for sanctuary cities, or sanctuary places. New Jersey is one of which, not specifically Roseland, which says that we shouldn't be having or working with ICE because it makes immigrant members of the community or other members of the community feel like they cannot come forward for to be a witness of a crime. So it's just another reason to not have ICE close by. Another point is that ICE is very close to the Learning Express. It's a children's daycare. We may have children there who, we don't know, but we don't want them to feel that they are going to be sent anywhere or they're going to be taken from their parents. Yeah. So I hope that you look over the resolution. I will be here to talk about it, or you can tell me that I didn't do it right, but you'll fix it for me, and I would love that. So thank you so much.
Mr. Mayor, Council, my name is Steve Saporito. I grew up in this town down on Rutgers Court. There were some beautiful statements here today about ICE, and you know that I'm here for it, and I'm part of ICE out of Roseland. I had a few things to say that I think were covered by people, but I really have a reflection to last council meeting, when those kids were brought up here. One, for any day that Roseland beats Fairfield is a very, very good day. But what I really took away from them was the diversity in this town. And what I really noticed was that some of those kids have the kind of brown skin that are allowed under the Kavanaugh stop for their parents to be taken away from them. And so what I want this council to think about is, what would our reaction be if ICE did take those parents away from those kids? And by the next meeting, think about that resolution and the things that you would do if that did happen, and maybe do it before it happens, and maybe prevent that thing from happening itself. That's all I wanted to say today. Thank you, guys, and thank you to the Roseland Police, who were great during our protest down on Eisenhower Parkway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm James Bennett. I'm from North Caldwell. I was here for the last meeting. I wanted to ask, you were asked at the last meeting to put together some kind of resolution condemning the activities of ICE, the illegal activities of ICE. Did any action get taken on that?
Yes, so we got a copy of the resolution. Thank you. We're bringing it to our committee meeting, which will be, it's not going to be next week, it's going to be the week after to review it.
What are you referring to, the resolution sheet?
The Roxbury resolution.
Oh, okay, no, you were asked last month to do your own resolution, and so what I'm hearing is no action was taken on that?
We haven't met as our committee since then. We're going to be meeting at the end of in 2 weeks.
Okay, I feel like this is a little more urgent than, maybe you guys could schedule a meeting, because this is kind of an emergency. My other question is, you were asked to try to get into the facility to inspect it to make sure that what you've been told is going on there is what is going on there, and that nothing else is going on there. Has any action been taken on that?
It's monitored daily. It's been monitored daily since February.
And what is the method of that? Like, how does that work?
If I say on public record how it's monitored, they would know if we're monitoring.
Okay, so have you gone inside the facility? Has anybody gone
Gone
inside?
into the public spaces inside of the
The
building.
public space, okay. As was mentioned, they have been caught holding people illegally in office spaces that they said they wouldn't. That has happened 64 times that I know of, and that's from a report from 4 weeks ago. You can find that on Courier News. It has not been reported in any mainstream news, but there are smaller outlets that are on, following that information. They've uncovered 64 locations where people have been held illegally in office space. So it's incumbent on you to make sure that's not happening. As we discussed last month, you have all taken an oath to the Constitution. You have an obligation to protect and defend the Constitution. That includes making sure that ICE is not breaking the law in that facility.
There's no reports that they are
Ro-
in that
Ro-
facility, right?
Roseland.
In that facility, there's no specific report in that facility, but who would report that exactly?
Roseland has an ordinance concerning zoning that predates all of this, that does not allow jails, detainment centers, et cetera, within our borough.
That's great.
We are monitoring that daily to ensure that our laws that we control, our zoning laws, are followed.
Okay.
If they are not being followed in any aspect, we will enforce our zoning rules, laws, and regulations.
Okay, I just want you to be aware that they have been caught 64 times doing exactly that in other places. So there's good reason to think that it could be going on there. And that's, so I just want to make sure you're aware of that.
Can you give your address for the record? 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
75 Mountain
Thank you.
Mountain,
Avenue
where?
in Caldwell.
Okay,
As I
because
said,
I
sorry.
didn't hear.
That's okay, sorry, I said it at the beginning.
North Caldwell?
North Caldwell,
Thank you.
75. Yes, that was it. I feel like I forgot something, but, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening, I'm Chris Jacobson. I was here last month, and so I feel compelled to stand up here and talk to you again.
Just your address, please.
I'm a Nutley resident, so, I mean, this is an Essex County issue, right?
No, it's just our, we have.
Yeah, no, I'm
No,
saying, like,
Trust me, I get it.
so, I mean, we all know that ICE doesn't operate under the laws, under the rules. There will be detainees on this property. Really, I mean, that's what's gonna happen. So it's up to you guys to counter this or whatever. That it's definitely gonna happen, so maybe you
We
could,
will enforce our zoning rules and regulations that do not allow that, according to our zoning laws, on that property or any property in the Borough of Roseland.
okay, I hope so. Thank you.
Any other member of the public wish to be heard? Come forward. Anybody on Zoom line? Thank you. Next on our agenda is introduction of ordinances. First introduction is ordinance 25-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of various equipment in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $133,286, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $126,620 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 25-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 2026 will be published on the borough's website, and the notice of public hearing will be advertised on the borough's website. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Next on the agenda is ordinance 26-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of vehicles and equipment for the police department in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $252,357, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $239,740 bonds or notes of the borough to finance the part of the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 26-26?
So moved.
Second.
Trillo, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 2026 will be published on the borough's website, and the notice of public hearing will be advertised on the borough's website. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is ordinance 27-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance amending section 6D of Bond Ordinance 8/2022 as appropriated by Ordinance 9/2024 of the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, finally adopted May 17th, 2022, as appropriated May 21st, 2024, in order to increase the section 20 costs.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 27-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 27/2026 will be published on the borough's website, and the notice of public hearing will be advertised on the borough's website. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is ordinance 28-2026. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for the improvements to various municipal buildings in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $524,490 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $498,265 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 28-2026?
Motion.
Second.
Totally Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 28-2026 will be published on the borough's website, and the notice of public hearing will be advertised on the borough's website. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Next on the agenda is ordinance 29-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 14 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Parks and Recreation to amend Section 7, Rental and Use of Borough of Roseland Community Center.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 29-2026?
So moved.
Motion. Second.
Barty, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 29-2026 will be published on the borough's website, and the notice of public hearing will be advertised on the borough's website. The public hearing will be held on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Thank you. Next, we have public hearing on ordinances. Ordinance 18-2026, for the public's knowledge, has been postponed until August. We will move on to ordinance 21-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 20 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Soil and Soil Moving.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 21-2026?
So moved.
Second. Nope, go ahead.
Second.
Baron, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 21-2026? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 21-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Barty, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 20 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Soil and Soil Moving.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 21-2026?
Motion.
Second.
Baron, Barty, roll call vote, please, Ms. Kennedy.
Mr. Barty?
Yes.
Mr. Brunt?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Schroeder?
Yes.
Mrs. Toley?
Yes.
Mr. Trillo?
Yes.
Ordinance 21-2026 will be on the borough's website as a passed ordinance and shall take effect as provided by law.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is a public hearing on ordinance 22-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland to repeal ordinance number 33-2025 as amended, which provided for salaries and compensation to be paid to non-union employees of the Borough of Roseland and substitute therefore salaries and compensation for the year 2026.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 22-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Barty, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 22-2026? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Baron, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland to repeal ordinance number 33-2025 as amended, which provided for salaries and compensation to be paid to non-union employees of the Borough of Roseland and substitute therefore salaries and compensation for the year 2026.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing? I mean, sorry. Here.
So moved.
No.
Which one?
Motion to adopt, excuse me.
Motion to adopt.
So moved.
So,
Second.
Barty, Parati, roll call vote.
Mr. Barty?
Yes.
Mr. Brunt?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Schroeder?
Yes.
Mrs. Toley?
Yes.
Mr. Trillo?
Yes.
Ordinance 22-2026 will be on the borough's website as a passed ordinance and shall take effect as provided by law.
Thank you, Ms. Kennedy. I know in a minute while I was a little confused. Next on the agenda, we have a public hearing on ordinance 23-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland establishing salaries for the mayor and council of the Borough of Roseland.
So a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 23-2026.
Motion. Second.
Baron, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 23-2026? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, Ms. Kennedy, read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland establishing salaries for the mayor and council of the Borough of Roseland.
We have a motion to adopt ordinance 23-2026.
So moved.
Second.
Trillo, Barty, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Barty?
Yes.
Mr. Brant?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Schroeder?
Yes.
Mrs. Toley?
Yes.
Mr. Trillo?
Yes.
Ordinance 23-2026 will be on the borough's website as a passed ordinance and shall take effect as provided by law.
Thank you. Ms. Kennedy, I'm missing ordinance 24-2026. I don't have paperwork for it.
I also don't have
Thank you. I was reading a little, I apologize. Next on the agenda, we have a public hearing on ordinance 24-2026. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
Just one second, that's the one I don't have. It's 24? An ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 2 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Administration, Article 4 entitled Departments Established.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 24-2026?
Motion.
Second.
Laurent Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 24-2026?
Hello. I'm Connor Carlin from Bloomfield, editor of The Progress. That's why I'm here. I mostly just wanted to ask a question about this ordinance specifically, because I understand that it takes the council out of the council's role out of some departments' doings, I guess you could say. And I was just curious what the impetus for doing that was.
Chris, not you.
Give us 1 second to pull it up.
No worries.
Like I said, we didn't have the paperwork in front of us.
Not at all.
And this was changing the.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, we're just changing the title of one of basically one of the employees, right? We're restructuring the department.
Right, okay, good.
That's all this is. Yeah.
Just to streamline it, basically?
Yeah, I mean, based on what we've learned over the last couple of years and just streamlining the department, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Anyone wish else to be heard on ordinance 24-2026? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Ms. Kennedy, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 2 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Administration, Article 4 entitled Departments Established.
Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Barty, Parati, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Barty?
Yes.
Mr. Brant?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Schroeder?
Yes.
Mrs. Toley?
Yes.
Mr. Trillo?
Yes.
Ordinance 24-2026 will be on the borough's website as a passed ordinance and shall take effective as provided by law.
Thank you, Ms. Kennedy. Next on the agenda, we have Resolution 204-2026. Motion to approve the June 10 bill list. Everyone received the bill list. Questions, concerns, comments, or recusals? If there are none, we'll take a motion to approve the bill list, please.
So moved.
Second.
Trillo, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Next, we have resolutions 205-2026 through 225-2026 by resolution number.
Mayor, I have to recuse from number 1.
Okay, we'll take number 1, resolution 205-2026 by itself, with Councilwoman Parati recusing herself. Do we have a motion to approve resolution 205-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Schroeder, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Next, we have by resolution number 206-2026 through 225-2026 by agenda items 2 through 21. I'd like to move them in their entirety. I would just like to take note of Resolution 219-2026, or number 15 on the agenda. The Run for Roseland will now be dedicated, still be the Run for Roseland, to honor the late Lou LaSalle, as he was a big part of that race for many, many years. Was there every time, and he thought it was fitting to have the race in his honor. So I just want to mention that, read that into the record.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question, not on Resolution 219-2026, which I wholeheartedly support, but 215-2026 perhaps is a question for our administrator. What, at a high level, was that enhanced scope that makes up the incremental 32,200?
You talking about the amendment of Resolution 72, Councilman?
Number 11, line
Yeah,
item 11?
72 to 215.
Yeah.
Talking about the increase to the water sewer engineers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So what makes up that increase? They had to do update to the drinking water supply agreement, and also a water system hydraulics evaluation, and to come up with an operating plan for the new water tank.
And that amount, even though there's a change in the not to exceed, this is in aggregate still within the 2026 approved budget?
Yeah, the funds have been encumbered to account for this, yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns about the resolutions? Or recusals? If there are none, take a motion to move them in their entirety, please.
So moved.
Second.
Trillo, Schroeder, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Next, we have the consent agenda. Approval for our two captains to attend the police expo, and a raffle application for a off-premise 50/50 raffle on July 12th. We have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Mayor's report. Want to thank everybody for a great picnic and family fun day that we had a few weeks ago. We're entering the summer, so the public knows we'll, instead of having 2 meetings a month, we'll have 1 meeting a month in the summer months. We have our concerts coming up. I have 2 things on here under the New Jersey Conference of Mayors. Last month, I was elected to the Executive Board of Directors for the State Conference of Mayors representing Essex County, and been a part of the Legislative Committee. There are a lot of great things that are happening there that I can now bring back to the council when it comes to legislative things that are going on. What the Conference of Mayors does is they evaluate, the legislative section evaluates bills. For example, the Bailey bill, which has to do with data centers. They review the bills. Most likely, as a group, we support or oppose the bills, but I'll bring the bills back to this council for discussion, most likely in caucus. There are 2 bills that, one bill that the Conference of Mayors is already objecting to. It's a bill called S1766, which has to do with affordable housing. It's not opposing affordable housing, it's opposing the borough's insight to the plan of where it goes. So the borough, as all the boroughs and towns have done, can plan accordingly. So I will bring hopefully a lot of great information back from that committee. It's a very active committee that meets twice a month. I just wanted to put it on the agenda so everyone's aware of the good information we should have coming back. Besides that, I'll hold any other discussions I may have for the end in case I think of something that wasn't touched upon. Next, I'll turn it over to Councilman Barty for his committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing new to report tonight.
Thank you. Councilman Trillo.
Well, busy time in recreation. Baseball, softball seasons are wrapping up. I want to give a shout out to the Woody family, who've done a tremendous job making the walkout game a tradition in Roseland. So today, before I came here, I was happy enough to be coaching the 5th and 6th graders. They put all those Roseland kids together and just mix up the teams, play like a sandlot game, some entertainment, and the Woodies are just a great example of the volunteerism and that makes Roseland one of the great towns around. Over the summer, like you mentioned, Mr. Mayor, the concerts, we have a men's 3-on-3 basketball league. Scram, obviously, we're looking forward to having a successful summer starting Monday already since the kids get out on Thursday. And don't forget, soccer registration comes out now. So everyone always forgets, and then we get 1,000 late soccer registrations in the fall. But soccer registration comes out now. I know that no one's thinking about fall sports right now, but to get the uniforms ordered and everything else, we have to get those registrations in. Otherwise, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Schroeder.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Nothing additional to report.
Councilman Baran.
Just a quick reminder to everybody, new e-bike laws go into effect, I believe it's the middle of July.
19th.
July 19th.
19th.
There was an unfortunate incident that happened in Monmouth County last week where a 15-year-old boy ran his e-bike into the back of a vehicle. He actually perished this weekend. That's why these laws exist. Trying to just spread the word out there as much as we can. I hope all the other municipalities do the same. But middle of July, I think there's registrations and permits and licenses that go along with these things. The rectangular rapid flashing beacon signs were installed along the borough. I've seen that the borough has posted on our social media countless times, and I love it to get the word out, but people still don't press the button to cross the street. So please spread the word. When you press the button, the lights illuminate, and then you're supposed to go, obviously, keep looking across the street. Councilman Schroeder grabbed my attention as he crossed the street across Harrison Avenue right before the meeting today, and 2 cars didn't stop for him. As he
Should
came
have got a
across.
ticket. I don't want.
So I've actually had discussions with
But 2 did. 2 did.
yeah. I've had discussions with one of the sergeants where the Roseland Police Department will be doing some details where they will be actually doing plainclothes police officers and,
Distracted
issuing some
driving
tickets.
detail.
So, yeah.
Can't do
Grant-
that, it's illegal.
Grant funded by the state.
No, I'm kidding.
So that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Parati.
Hi, first I want to congratulate Officer Cantone. I think he's going to be such a great addition to the force. When we interviewed him, we knew he was going to fit in, and I just want to wish him all the best. To piggyback off of Councilman Barty, Councilman Barant, I spoke to Lieutenant Ballard today, and he wanted me to remind everybody about the e-bike laws, but he does want to let everyone know our ordinance is still in effect. So until that law goes into effect, our ordinances are still in place, and the penalties are still in place. So just for the parents to know that until that goes into effect, we do still have some control on that. So, and that's all I have.
Police department has done a good job with
Yes.
gently reminding
Yes.
the parents and the kids through positive reinforcement what the rules and aren't, especially in the complex. So they've done a
Yes.
good job of
Yes,
proactive.
they have.
Councilwoman Tolley.
Thank you, Mayor. This past weekend, members of the Roseland Junior Women's Club collected 26 boxes of 26 bags of non-perishable food items and 4 boxes of non-perishable food items for a food pantry. We were at ShopRite in West Caldwell, and the people that donated, they were very generous. The girls that helped were Silvana Varola, Vienna Mooney, Angela Gillespie, Cheryl Ryan, Ginny Giacomowitz, Cindy Polito, and myself. And I'd like to thank DPW workers Lou Zagata and Joe Marito for coming yesterday morning to pick up all the food. They brought it over here to Borough Hall, and Maureen Critchley separated it all and put it all on the shelves. So I think we're pretty well stocked. The other item, not this Friday, but next Friday, will be the senior citizen barbecue at the Roseland Library. It starts at 12:30. If you haven't called to register, so we know how much food to order, please call the Recreation Department, I believe by Monday. And the other item, the senior citizen transportation, our bus is still going and doing weekly trips. It may slow down in the summer. So the best thing to do is call the bus driver, Betty, at 973-226-5108. If you need some more information, you can call Caldwell. They have the information on which rides are taking place through the week. And that's all I have for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just 2 things to go back. I want to congratulate the graduates of Noecker. 6th grade graduated on Monday, and the West Essex graduates who are graduating on Thursday. I think Roseland's first true club baseball team the Jackals.
Yeah, as far as I know, unless I was up Genie, I don't know if you know from back in the day. I don't know if Frank coached the baseball.
There,
team.
we had, yeah,
Like
we
just
did
all
have a
Roseland?
baseball, all Roseland teams, and then we
So-
got
Been a
too
while.
small, so it's been a long time.
So-
How long ago was that?
Not too
Or-
I think there's
Frank-
a banner up somewhere.
Frank Shea and Sam Peskin.
Frank coached.
Started a team, they went 10-1-1, I believe, and they won the championship, beating Livingston on Sunday evening, I
nice.
believe.
Yep.
And now it's, you have club team, it's contagious. There's like 3 or 4 people that want to start club teams, which is great, because it starts feeder system, so I just want to congratulate them. The kids did a great job.
Had the
Um,
football team too, Roseland Raiders.
Raiders.
They had the Roseland Raiders.
Anybody else have anything to add to committee reports? Hearing and seeing none, we're gonna do approval of minutes. We'll do the April 21st, May 5th, and May 26th council and caucus meeting minutes. Take those 3. Everyone received the minutes for questions, concerns, recusals? I don't believe there were any. There are none. Can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Barat, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, we'll take the June 2nd caucus meeting minutes with Councilman Barty, Schroeder, and Councilwoman Tolley recusing themselves. Do we have a motion from the other 3 council members? for
So
the-
moved.
Second.
Trillo, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Next, we have our second round of public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record. If you're with us via Zoom, use the raise your hand icon. Thank you, Ryan. Hearing and seeing none, all we have left is a motion for adjournment. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Thank you, everyone.
Phyllis, how are you? I'm good. I haven't seen you in forever.